What is up, guys? Today I'll be reading a book. Today's book is Taylor, Era by Era, The Unauthorized Biography by Caroline Sullivan. This book has 256 pages and 15 chapters. This book contains a lot of different text features. There are italics. Let me see if I can find one. Here. Italics. She put red in italics right there, and then she put song titles in bold. So bold, there are photographs, and then captions come along with practically all of the photographs. So those are some of our text features. Our author's purpose is to inform. My evidence for this is that most of the knowledge in this book, other than a few little references to things that weren't technically necessary, it's mostly factual, valuable, and real information about her life, knowledgeable, applicable, stuff like that about her life. And so I think that the theme of the book would be, if you try hard enough, you can make it big one day, because that's what she did. She started when she was just a little teenager, just a little sophomore in high school, and she grew up to be this just huge pop star. And the main idea of the book, if we're putting a main idea on a nonfiction book, it would be a summary. So my summary of this book is that Taylor Swift, age 35, started building her career at the age of 16 and is now one of the biggest artists of the decade. She got an award for that. That's the only reason I'm saying that. Some good notable events, real events that were big in her career that were noted in this book, would be signing with Big Machine Records and then switching to Republic Records after they decided to sell her masters to Scooter Braun, because that's why she had to make her Taylor's versions, because she wanted to own her music. She wanted to have the rights to her music. So she just re-recorded all her music and put Taylor's version on them. So that's why she did that. This book also noted the release of each album and tour. So Fearless is released. Here's the Fearless tour. Red is released. Here's some stuff about the Red tour. And then it gave us all the awards that she got with it. So 1999, here's this Grammy that she got for it. So yeah, I think that was a good thing to know. Just basic knowledge, And I also liked that the book talked about her Netflix documentary, Miss Americana, which you can go watch on your own time if you want. But some things that she talked about in Miss Americana that kind of reflected upon me was that she had her body image issues when she was in 1989. She felt as if she was never good enough for the public. She was never skinny enough. And when people would tell her she looked sick, because she was sick, she wasn't eating enough, and she was working herself way too hard, people would ask her if she was sick. She would just be like, no, I just work out a lot because I'm on tour right now, because I'm 1989 tour. So that kind of reflected on me. And then one other thing that she talked about that didn't reflect on me, but I just think is such, people should know about this. So she was involved in a sexual harassment case onto her. She didn't sexually harass someone, she was sexually harassed. So it talks about that in the book. And I was like, thank you for mentioning it, thank you. But one of the things I learned that I didn't know was that while Joe Alwyn and Taylor Swift were writing Evermore together, or the songs that they wrote on Evermore together, so Evermore, or I'm pretty sure, let's see if I can find it real quick, actually. It shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be that hard, also me. Oh, yes. Okay, so I can't find an Evermore track right now, but they wrote Evermore, and then a track on Folklore that they wrote together was Betty, and he went under the fake name, that way people didn't know it was him. He went under the name, excuse me, William Bowery, And I thought that was cool because I didn't know that. And now when I look in the writing credits and I see William Bowery, I know it was Joe Alwyn. So that's cool. The last technical thing that I have to put in here, is that our text structure is chronological order or sequence, however you want to say it. But it went from her debut era, in the beginning, first things first, fighting to be heard, paying her dues, getting signed, Taylor Swift, Fearless, Speak Now, Red, 1999, Reputation, Lover, Folklore, Evermore, Midnights, The Torture Poets Department. Right, okay. It went in that order because that's the order that it is. I would probably give this book out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it a 4 out of 5, just because the only reason it isn't getting a 5 is because I already knew most of the knowledge in the book before actually reading it. And that's my bad for being obsessive. But that's the only reason it didn't get 5. Otherwise, it completely deserves 5. I just already knew most of it, so it was a little boring at some parts. That's it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day, evening, late night. Bye-bye.